Hi, everybody. This is David Nevins for Citybiz List, and welcome to our program today. Today, we're going to talk to two of the senior leaders at Sinclair Broadcast Group, Lucy Rutishauser. She's Sinclair's CFO. Lucy, welcome to our program.
Thank you, David.
And John Zeigler. And John is the Chief Marketing Officer at Sinclair. John, welcome.
David, thanks for having me.
It's our pleasure. So ordinarily, when we think of Sinclair Broadcast Group, we think of the company headquartered in Hunt Valley that owns 200 plus or minus television stations, 20-some local sports networks, the tennis channel, and is involved in all kinds of high-tech development and technologies that enhance our viewing experience. But today we're going to be talking about something a bit different. And it's my understanding that you all have launched I think I'd like to call it a world-class new website. So Lucy, if I could begin with you, tell our viewers why now? Why is this a good time to launch a website and get into the creative process a little bit in terms of branding and the new website?
Sure. Thanks, David. And thank you for inviting John and I to talk about our new and unique website. So the last time that we updated the website was in 2015. And since then, the company really has evolved and grown significantly. And our website needed to not only showcase the diversity of our assets and businesses, but bring them to life in an immersive and fun way. But we also wanted the site to communicate who Sinclair is, our leadership, our culture of innovation, and our creative spirit. And that meant that the site needed to be unique, focus on the user experience, and speak to where we're headed. And I think we hit the mark on all fronts.
So Jay-Z, let me ask you. Lucy alluded to this new immersive experience, the modern design for users. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. I mean, I think in the marketing world and all across media, the metaverse is all the craze, right? Web3 is what everyone's talking about. And so we wanted to take our inspiration from that metaverse experience. We wanted people to not only enter our world, but to be immersed in it and to actually experience it. So it's a 3D experience. We put in some what we call Easter eggs. They're kind of hidden surprise and delight moments. You have to find them. You might go to the site 2, 3, 4 times and not realize that, I never noticed that there. And we wanted it to be fluid. The spatial audio, again, immersive and experiential are kind of the things that we really leaned into. And we embraced the color green to really reflect kind of growth and sustainability.
No, that's great to hear. So, Lucy, let me go back to you, and we're going to try to share the questions. I think, as John mentioned, the new site showcases your wide array of business offerings, and you're a pretty diverse company, so that's not so easy to do. But talk a little bit about how you were able to showcase this array of projects and all the industries in which you're involved. It impacts all your walks of life, all your viewers' walks of life, and all the different activities that Sinclair Broadcast Group is involved in. True?
Absolutely. And so our core business remains our local TV stations, and in particular, the local news. However, many people don't realize the depth and the breadth of our offerings beyond our on-air content, such as we own Tennis Channel, we produce award-winning podcasts, we offer daily local newsletters, we just launched game centers on our TV station websites, and we're deploying the next generation of over-the-air broadcast that allows us to be mobile and more than just video. And so as we look forward, our strategy is really focused around 4 pillars of growth: marketing services, multi-platform content, data distribution, and community and interactivity. And so the website not only highlights these areas of focus, but allows the user to explore them in a fun and immersive way.
So, one of the interesting things about this conversation, Lucy, is that I think many of our viewers would be surprised that the company's CFO, Chief Financial Officer, would be so involved in the development of a new website and the overall creative process. Tell us why you feel that's been so important.
Yeah, so as CFO, I oversee investor relations and I sit on our communications committee. And so I'm particularly vested in what the website is messaging and ensuring that it's consistent with how we speak about ourselves when we're interfacing with employees, investors, the media, vendors. And so my role was really to set the vision, the tone, and the elements that the site should include. And then John made sure that it was done in an aesthetically pleasing way and easy to navigate. But bringing the site to life and the actual work, that was all our in-house design and development teams. And let me tell you, they did a fabulous job.
Yeah, it certainly seems to be the case. And during this interview, viewers are getting a little tidbit taste of the new website. So, John, the fact that it was all developed in-house really quite obvious, and that's a pretty unusual thing. That speaks to the obvious creativity, ingenuity, and talents of your team, the marketing team. And their, I guess, ability to develop cool new technologies and 3D graphics. So how did that all come together?
Well, you took the words right out of my mouth, right? The fact is, these are the same tools that every web development team has at their disposal. The difference is our people. I mean, it really is the folks that worked on this thing. We were fortunate to work with the team from Compulse, which is our marketing technology and managed services company. And the dev team there, like I said, they're using the same JavaScript and cascading style sheets that are available on all the latest browsers. It's just the way they use them, right? What's the ROI of a piano? Well, to me, not very much because I can't play it. But to Billy Joel, the ROI of a piano is amazing. That's the difference, right? Our people know how to use these tools and turn them into the site that you're experiencing. They turned a modern framework so that it would work with both the latest versions of all these browsers as well as work with kind of legacy versions. It allowed them to easily integrate a large amount of data. You talked about the number of assets we had. We wanted to showcase all those assets and have there be no lag time in the user experience. So they made their website run as quickly as humanly possible. I mean, there's image optimization and layers of caching, code optimization, minification, and deferred loading, and other things that are in the technical weeds. But that's what this team does. And then on the creative side, because the dev team and the creative team work so well together, they just yes and each other. What else can we do? How else can we make it more immersive? And Lucy at the helm, she's a unique CFO because she does have a phenomenal creative vision. She's incredibly collaborative and easy to work with, and she's got high standards. So we showed up every day and tried to live up to those standards. The in-house team worked with the Adobe Suite and Cinema 4D to kind of bring this world to life. They used the Octane render engine, which allowed the real-time kind of navigation as you move around. We used, like I said earlier, spatial audio. There are audio Easter eggs as you kind of hover over things, they different mnemonics and tones. We wanted to make the site as fun to experience as it is to work with this company.
Yeah, so excellent points, John. So speaking of that, Lucy, let me ask you, it's clear, obviously, you both challenged your creative teams to think out of the box, and talk a little bit more, Lucy, about how that has resulted in a better experience for the user, right? Because ultimately, that's what this is all about.
Sure. And first, let me just say, John, I appreciate the kind words as we work through this. But look, as John discussed, we identified the unique elements that we wanted included and elements that other companies weren't doing, such as the summary flip cards and, again, the enter our world. But we also wanted the site to capture our culture, our innovative spirit, and one that spoke to our company values, which are to live, love, and embrace what you do. So we met weekly for over 6 months, and we churned through a lot of design concepts. But at the end, really what's most important is that we now have a website that encourages the user to explore who we are and what we do. And I do believe that some people will say, this is a forward-focused company and they're doing interesting things. And I want to invest in them. I want to partner with them. But most of all, I want to work for them.
Well, let's hope that's the case. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be. And I guess I would say to all of our viewers out there, the proof is in the pudding. Check it out for yourself. We encourage all of you to take a look at the new Sinclair Broadcast Group website at www.sbgi.net, www.sbgi.net, and you will see how lucky and fortunate we are to have based in Hunt Valley, Maryland, a company like Sinclair Broadcast Group and all of the myriad things that they are involved in. Lucy or John, either of you can have the last word if you want to add anything else. But otherwise, I'd say kudos to both of you, and good times ahead, obviously, for Sinclair.
Appreciate it. Thank you, David.
Thanks, David.
Thank you for watching. Our guests today have been Lucy Rutishauser, Chief Financial Officer for Sinclair Broadcast Group, and John Zeigler, Chief Marketing Officer for Sinclair Broadcast Group. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the day.